Hello everyone. Oh my god. Hello people of this universe. I'm here to show you how to tween. Since I wanted to make this video or like on how I basically animate, I'm going to use an example from something I did earlier. By earlier, I mean like 20 minutes, but by the time I upload this video, it could count as earlier, but okay. So I'm working on a meme and I want to, as you can see, it's the 2x. I don't know if you can see it exactly, but you want to make, if you're on firealpaca, you want to make folders and then basically have like parts of it off like this. The better examples are on the back, when that's where I polished everything and everything's like perfect in a way, not perfect, but like perfect enough that it looks okay. Here I had what I do recommend you doing and not doing what I did is to actually do the whole entire clothes and everything before putting like hair on top of it. That was my mistake. I kind of forgot to do that part and I got lazy. So do not do that. It will literally make you just so frustrated with yourself when you get to this part. Because you see, here from the beginning I had to fill this all out, and since I already shaded I had to match the tones, and it was like, oh my god, air, oh my ear. Why do I keep saying that? I'm so used to saying the other thing. Okay, so this is the face. So basically you want to separate each and every part of the character, and I do recommend you separate the face as well, not just like the head, the face. If there's any hair coming down on like the front, you could do that too. Like if your character has short hair, let me make a quick example. So let's say let me just make a block as like clothing, right? And then you have a character, and then they have like, I'm sorry, I don't have an art tablet, so this is gonna be a bit weird. Ew, no, okay. Let's say they have short hair. You do not want to keep it with the head. So what I did here is completely wrong. This is not what you want to do. What you do want to do is, I'm just gonna erase all of that. First, draw body with the clothes. And if you have like, let's say hoodie strings or anything that's like off of the clothing, you could also choose to like put that on another layer, but that just makes things more complicating. This is more of the simplified version of for beginners. So you put the head on another layer, and on another layer you do like the hair. Let's say you have like short hair, you can still do that with short hair. I've done it with short hair. So let's just do that. I'm just doodling random lists. I'm sorry if it's really bad. I'm not really trying. And then over here, you're gonna, right in between the hair and this, since the hair covers up the face, you have to draw the face in between. Of course, on the body layer, you're gonna have to draw a neck. Sometimes you're gonna have to make the neck a bit longer, so if, let's say, you're like moving the head up, it doesn't do anything weird. And for the arms, if you're doing any arm movements, you can do that too, but I don't want to do that here, so I'm just gonna keep the arms down here. Cause you could also do that with tweening. But you have to move it like little by little by little, on each part. And then you're gonna want to put these in a folder, like going up just how it is. You duplicate the folder, that way you're not missing anything. And the reason I have you put the face not like on the same thing as the head is, it's because sometimes you need to change facial expressions and it might like hinder you a bit, and it's gonna be like, oh geez, what did I do? So when you're gonna move the head down and then the hair up, it just so it looks a bit smoother, since air. And then you can move this up just a bit. If there's Since this is a clear character and there's not really like a color, I'm just gonna erase that so it looks a little bit neater. And then when we go to this part and you have like, sorry, I'm really bad at explaining, but you're just gonna wanna just start doing that. The reason I put the face just a bit up is just so it's a little smoother. It might not look as smooth right now. I'll fix it in the end. It's just that I want to make sure that I'm hitting all the like points. I'm not the best explainer per se because I'm really not good at explaining. But I'm trying because I know people are like, I don't know how to do it. So I'm like, okay, let me try to help. So you can't see it right now. Okay, hold up. Let me just, sorry, I forgot to put that in the first place, but here. That's what it looks like right now, but I don't really like how the face is moving. So we're gonna just make it go down with it, so you see that? And if you want a smoother transition up, you're gonna move face up, hair down, head up, and then the body up. That's just so it's a bit smoother. See that? That's basically how you do it. And if you have like any, let's say, long hair in the back, like here, there's long hair. Just to make it smoother, you could use the transform to like stretch it out and pull it in. Like over here, it's pulled in. Over here, I stretched out just a little, stretched out a bit and thinned it out, and then stretched it back up and made it wider. That way it just has that like effect of just looking pretty nice. See? And then since if you do the mistakes I did and add the face on the same layer, you're gonna have to match the tone, neatly put it out, like maybe do like another layer and then do this and just cover it up with it's not coloring. Oof. Is it? Oh, I'm on the wrong. Okay. So you're gonna want to like neatly take it out. Try not, and if your character has blushes, try not to like go over it too much. And then just do whatever else you want to do to the face, like whatever other facial expression you want to give them. But it's not like, it's gonna take some getting used to. And of course, the mouth, if you keep it on the same layer as the head, it's going to be really hard to like delete and draw again, delete and draw again. So yeah, just don't do the mistakes I did. Remember, draw out the whole thing, like the whole hoodie with the neck, whole head with and make sure to separate the parts. Here I put the head and the ears. You could separate the ears if your character had ears, and then over here, I put like the front hair. Remember, draw the whole hoodie colored in, or whatever your character is wearing. Do not do what I did. Do not leave this. That's very annoying to color in and make sure it looks okay. And then back here, you just have to move that little by little down and just, matching where it's going. So if the character goes up a bit, the hair's going to go up a bit. And then down, it's going to do the same thing. And over here, stretches, goes back up, and then smooths out here. So you need to make sure that the last one goes along with the first one. Because if you're doing a loop, you want it to be smooth so it doesn't look rushed or just incomplete or choppy. You want it to look smooth. I'll make a video on frame, but for now this is the tween one, and this is basically what you want to do. Because of course this one doesn't perfectly go with the front one, so this kind of looks choppy, but I have the other example which is easier to follow along with. I hope this helped, and I'm sorry if it didn't. But it's honestly the best I could do at explaining and trying to go somewhat in depth with it. So I'm extremely sorry if this doesn't make sense. I'll try to answer any questions you really have down below. I don't really, I'm not a professional, so I suggest actually looking up ones that give more in detail. But for me, I'm trying to give it a simple way because I know some people just don't understand what people mean sometimes when it's just not hands-on, and it's just trying to show you how to do it. It's just that there's some tweening videos that aren't on firealpaca or things like that. I use firealpaca, so that's really what I'm trying to go on. I know that's not really how you tween in normally, because the thing is that I don't have an editor to actually tween in. If you had an editor to tween in and you could have layers, this would be actually very much more easier, and I suggest looking up a video on it. Well, that's all. Goodbye, people of this universe. Have a nice day.